The date is April 11th, 2014. Nirvana has just been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And over 2,000 miles away, someone has just been arrested for throwing a shoe at Hillary Clinton during a political speech. This was not actually the craziest thing I saw happen on this day. On Smogon forums, the worst tier I've ever seen has just been birthed. Welcome to the dumbest Pokemon metagame ever conceived. Broadly speaking, Smogon hosts a multitude of metagames. Truly, there's something for everyone. The flagship usage metagames are bright and center. Many casual players engage in these formats without even knowing what Smogon is. For the nostalgic, or maybe just those who really hate new generations, Ruins of Alph caters to these crowds. For those who miss Pokemon that have been cut from the mainline games, NatNatGoose is a popular format hub as well. Even the ever-popular Draft League format is finally well represented in modern Smogon. But one forum, perhaps the craziest of all, features the largest variety of formats. This would be the other metagames format, and is indeed where our story takes place today. One notion that I've found to be true in my decade on Smogon is that people are oft to want their own corner of a metagame landscape, something to call home themselves. Other metagames is a good match for this, since people are freely able to create and submit their own metagames as threads. It also attracts users seeking a less hyper-competitive environment. This vibe is more relaxed compared to something like Smogon Premier League, for instance. All of these attributes of OMs lead us to our story today, where Smogon forums gave a platform for what is truly the dumbest metagame to ever exist. On that April day, Smogon user BigRo posted, as a joke mind you, a new user-created format called Final Destination. When searching Final Destination on Urban Dictionary, one is presented with the notion that Final Destination is the only place to truly settle things, because it's the purest environment. In a sense, this soundly resonates with this metagame. There are no underhanded tactics in BigRo's Final Destination. It can't be influenced by ghosting. It can't be thwarted by any cheaters or people trying to get an unfair advantage. The rules are simple. All Pokemon are banned, except for Xerneas. All moves are banned, except for Outrage. And all items are banned, because who needs that shit anyway? BigRo was kind enough to actually supply a cutting-edge EV spread for you to use in this metagame. It features max attack, max speed Xerneas with a brave nature. And before you start to point out spread contradictions and try to be hyper-competitive about it, just consider what kind of metagame you're critiquing right now. So it's okay, I promise. If you're like me and wondered why Xerneas learns Outrage, I have no good answer for you. I looked everywhere, there's no explanation for it, so roll with it. You may be asking yourself if this lovely metagame was ever played, and tragically, I can report that it has been. In a thread titled Spice Up Your Life, users are tasked with mostly ladder challenges in order to earn points for their teams. However, it can also be challenges completed just via challenging somebody. One of the challenges indeed dictated that users win 3 games of Final Destination. Don't worry, I've prepared one of these replays for your leisure. There's something to be said for the fact that each player willfully clicks Outrage 16 times, knowing it will have no effect. In this replay, each Xerneas does only what it can, throwing its rage outwardly at its twin standing opposite of it. Desperate for progress, none will ever come on its own accord. There's no room for outplaying. There's no lessons to be drawn from this experience. The players find comfort in the monotony. After 16 pitiful turns, on turn 17 the game finally changes. Once Xerneas is depleted of outrages to click, the only option is to mutually struggle. If you're unaware, struggle is actually a move that you cannot normally select on your own accord. It's only able to be clicked when your Pokemon has no attacking options available to it. This can be whether you run out of PP, or perhaps you're taunted and don't have any attacking moves, and then you'll be prompted to struggle, or of course, switch out. Xerneas sadly does not have this luxury, and is forced into this sad display. It does about 15% damage, but yet, for this progress, it takes 25% recoil from struggle. The only step forward for Xerneas is to take 2 steps back. In every Final Destination battle, on turn 19, the game ends. The Xerneas that attacks first on this turn always loses, since your struggle recoil will take you out before your damage can kill the opponent. The winning Xerneas doesn't even get the satisfaction of dealing the winning blow. This metagame makes me sad. It makes me sad that I know about it, it makes me sad that people played this, and it especially makes me sad for Xerneas. If I saw someone playing this today, I would be inclined to throw a shoe at them. That's it for me. If you like these kinds of video essays, please let me know. And also, feel free to subscribe since I'll definitely make more of these since they're lots of fun. With that, I'll see you guys next time.